Hey guys, I'm back. I went on a little break of, I'm not even sure, close to a year, and you know what? The real reason for that break is I'm extremely lazy. I'm not even joking, that's the reason why. I don't even know why. I neglected you guys so bad, I'm so sorry. But I'm gonna be more consistent, I promise. So anyway, let's get into what I'm filming today. So I'm filmed this, a little fox eye tutorial. It was going around as like a trend on Insta. I know I'm a bit late, but I really like how it looks and it's super easy to do. So without further ado, I'm gonna get into it. And I hope you guys enjoy it. Make sure to give me a thumbs up, subscribe, comment, and yeah, let me begin. So I've already done my brows. I did them off camera. I just used a pencil. I used this pencil. It's from Sleek, medium brown. What's it called? Microfine brow pencil, design and define. And it's got a little spoolie here. And then I used the Juvia's Place foundation stick as a concealer in the shade Mauritania, and I used this brush, like a flat square brush. I just feel like it's more accurate, helps me do them. So that's how they're looking right now. And remember, brows are sisters, not twins, so don't stress because they ain't gonna look the same anyway. Then I'm gonna go in with this Be Perfect primer. This is a Real Techniques brush, deluxe crease brush. Just rub it in. Yesterday when I did this look, I literally just used one palette, this palette, Natural Lust by Too Faced. It's pretty good. It's got all the like brownie crease colors, a few plum, some metallics. Let me show you. So I got my piece of tape. The positioning of this is slightly key because if you mess up, then your eyes are gonna look crooked, but you know, just follow like the bottom angle of your lash line really. Now the second one, we gotta match it. Obviously these look a bit strange right now, but you know, it's all about the end product. Okay, so I think that's relatively the same position. If it's not, who cares, life's too short, you know. We're gonna lay down a crease color first. Nothing too outlandish because this fox eye, from what I've seen other people do, it's quite muted, like it's quite subtle. So we're gonna go in with Call Me Back. I'm gonna use this brush. It is the Colourpop E2. I kind of tend to raise my eyebrows a bit. That's just so I don't get transfer. Then we go in with, you know, a little bit of a darker brown. We've done our bit for the lid now. Actually, I tell a lie. We're gonna go in with a really pale pink or any type of nude, and we're just gonna put it all over the lid. I'm gonna use Love Language, this one. Y'all see it? That one, so Love Language. You can be quite generous with the amount and just put it all over the lid really. I rarely do wings with eyeshadow, but I really liked how this look came out yesterday. So I thought, let me bring it to YouTube since I neglect you guys so much. I used to be so scared of doing YouTubes, you know, because I was like, is my voice annoying? And it is, but you know, it's bearable, it's tolerable, I hope. If it isn't, you can let me know in the comments, but I mean, you know, there's nothing I can do to change it, so. So now we're gonna go in and focus on this wing. I'm gonna be using these brushes to help me with the wing. So I'm gonna start with this one to build up some color, and then this one to like, you know, put some black in, because working with black eyeshadow is very tricky. First of all, this brush, I'm gonna go on with the original shade. Don't worry if it looks a bit crazy at first, because it all comes together in the end. So then we're going to go in with the darker brown. We're going to go in with Set in Stone, this one. So we're just building it up really. We don't want to go too ham too early because you can't rush greatness. I've gone in with my setting stone. I'm gonna tap it. You see how much excess comes off? Imagine I just put that on my eye, would have ruined the whole look. So then go in with the darker one. Work up the outer corner. So we're just intensifying the wing, you know, the vibes. And kind of, you know, make it a bit soft, blur it out a bit. I'm gonna go in with this. It's like a smaller fat brush. It's kind of like, you know, thick. I was gonna say girthy, but that's not the right word. Yeah, so it's kind of like, you know what it is? It's short and stout. We're gonna go in with a darker brown. I'm gonna use Hot to Trot, this one. And now we're just gonna build this wing. I'm gonna try and blend that out a bit again with this fluffy brush, just because I get a bit scared it's gonna be looking a bit too intense because it's supposed to be quite a muted look. So then we're gonna use this brush, even smaller, and we're gonna go in with the black. Yep, we're gonna go in with this color. So when you're doing the black eyeshadow, just be really careful. Try and keep it as close to the lash line as humanly possible. Just building up that wing. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in again with the previous brown that we used before the black, just to soften it up a tiny bit. So just go back in with the brown. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in with this brush, slightly bigger, and just try and smoke it out a little. So now we're gonna take off the tape, and it should reveal a beautiful feline wing made out of shadow. If it doesn't, you know what? It will. Let me take off the tape. Y'all see that? Y'all see it? Y'all see it? So there you have it, a beautiful fox eye. That's the end of this tutorial. I'm joking. We still got a long way to go, but not too bad, right? Not too bad at all. Now I'm just gonna put some mascara on. I use the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. Okay, so I picked up my lash in my tweezer, and we're gonna try and put it on in one swift movement, like a true professional, like the professional I am. And then I press them down, I squeeze them in between my tweezers just to make sure the lash and the lash band is, you know, looks natural, I guess. Cool, so lashes are on. Let's get into some concealer because, you know, obviously quarantine life has me going to bed at I don't even know, like 5 a.m, 4 a.m. in the beginning. And then I got it under control. Now I go to bed at midnight, but still, like, look at these. You know what these are screaming out for? They're screaming out for some teardrop filler. That's what they're screaming out for. But in the absence of that, we're gonna use Juvia's Place, Mauritania. It's the one I use to conceal my brows. So I just put it on with a little flat brush. And then I go in with just a little brightener, color corrector in Banana from Sleek. I use the same brush just to get a tiny bit off, because we don't want to put too much, because this is quite bright, you know. I'm not trying to look ashy. I'm not trying to have flashback. Definitely not. That's not the aim. It's not the aim. I'm just gonna kind of concentrate it here, because that's where I kind of struggle the most with darkness. Now that my concealer's on, I'm gonna get my beauty blender. Usually I use a brush. Lately I haven't been though. I'm not sure why. So I'm gonna get a beauty blender. I'm gonna use some setting spray to just dampen the tip. For contour, I'm gonna use the Fenty Beauty Matchsticks in Truffle. You guys know the vibes. Just kind of carve out some cheek, carve out your nose. For setting powder, I have a couple of powders I like. I like this one because it's more yellowy, and I like this Laura Mercier one just because it's just a goat. It's just lovely. It's so fine. It's translucent. It goes on quite pale, but it doesn't give flashback. I might use this one to carve out my cheeks and this one underneath my eye. And some on the chin as well. Just wherever it gets oily, really. Whilst the powder's still on, I like to do my blusher. I use this blush brush, Real Techniques, and lately I've been using this blush, Maxi Blush, in the shade Wildcard from Rimmel. Really nice, super pigmented though, so you know, I kind of tap mine, you know, sometimes on my hand as well, just to make sure you know, my cheeks don't look mad pink. Just on the apples. And I mean, you can take it up a bit. I kind of put blush everywhere. Brush this off. On the other side. The chin as well. And underneath the eyes. And then what I like to do is I get this small brush, the one I used to pat in the primer earlier, and just kind of get rid of the rest underneath the eye, like right in the corner, on the nose as well. That's all the setting powder brushed off. What I like to do is I go in with this Kevyn Aucoin sculpting powder in Deep with this fluffy brush, just to give my cheeks a bit more definition. Again, this is super pigmented, so I tap it off a lot. I'm gonna use this one for my nose. I'm gonna go in with this powder. For highlight, I use this Morphe brush. It is the M150 with MAC Global Glow. So we're just gonna go in on the cheekbone, and do the other one. Cupid's bow, chin, bit on the forehead, tip of the nose, and the bridge. Now I'm gonna go back in with this small brush. I'm gonna do some under eye shadow just to kind of, you know, bring the whole look together, if you will. I'm gonna just go in with the browns I used earlier, just a light brown and the darker brown on the corner. And then I like to use this mascara for my bottom lashes. It's from Eyebrow Lash Alert Mascara. So now all we have left is the lips. Yesterday when I did this look, I just put on some Fenty Gloss Bomb, but I feel like, you know, we should do something more. So first I'm gonna use this liner from NYX in Cold Brew. Cool, so that's all lined. And then I discovered a new lipstick that I didn't know I had last night. It's this one from Sleek in My Neck, My Back. I'm gonna use these two. This one's from Colourpop in the shade Choose Here. And obviously, you know, the Fenty Gloss Bomb in Fenty Glow. So there we have it, a fox eye tutorial. If you guys like the tutorial, if you learned anything from it, if you just enjoyed watching it, make sure to give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and you know what, I'm gonna be more consistent with uploads for sure. So keep an eye out, because maybe I'll upload something super glam, perhaps, or maybe an eyebrow, maybe an in-depth eyebrow tutorial, maybe. But anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you soon.